I'm Grant Abbott and I'm from NowInfinity. I've been a superannuation lawyer now for 20 years, and before that I was a tax lawyer. I've seen the ins and outs of self-managed super funds, a raft of changes. I've written 3 books on self-managed superannuation funds and they've all been bestsellers. The stupid thing about it is the last book I wrote, which was in 2008, by the time I wrote the book, it was out of date within 6 months. That's how fast superannuation changes. But for the most part, it's actually changed for the better. All the latest changes, such as these new abolition of the excess concessional contribution caps or the penalty taxes on it to be replaced by a new system, is absolutely wonderful in terms of those of us who are still working and able to put in a lot of super. The introduction of a transitional retirement income stream where we can start to take income and still contribute to super. In fact, under the new system, for many people who are over age 55, they should live off their super and not take any salary and put it all into their superannuation fund. But a lot of these strategies really come about depending on the trustee that you have. Now, the trustee that I've written, the NowInfinity trustee, was completely rewritten in 2007 to cope with all the changes that happened in 2007 with the simpler super reforms. You may have heard of those. That's where you get tax-free super, tax-free pension income after age 60, but also introduced the ability to borrow in super. At that time, I'd had another deed, but unlike other solicitors who band-aided it up, what we did is we cut it and actually spent more than 300 hours rewriting the deed. We got legal sign-off and we continue to upgrade and update that deed for not only changes to the law but strategies that we hear about but we come up with. And we're always coming up with strategies. For example, the ability to pass down benefits or your death benefits down through bloodline is only available through our SMSF trust deed. Up until a few years ago, you could only create an SMSF will, which is a strong, secure document which deals solely with your self-managed super fund in a will form through our SMSF strategies deed. To date, our deed is the only one where you can put in strength and certainty around what happens to your benefits in the event that you are mentally incapable of looking after your own affairs. These are common sense, smart things. Other things is having children inside the fund. You know, we love that, but we've got some common sense areas in there. You know, making sure there's a proportional vote, that the kids can come in, but they can only vote according to their dollar balance, which means you control everything. But also other things, if the kid gets divorced or gets bankrupt, what it is, there's mechanisms in there that allows you to force them out of that fund. And once finished bankruptcy, they can come back in, or the divorce, come back into the fund. There's flexibility, structural certainty. I'd encourage you all to read our deed and really start to understand it, because at the end of the day, the Commissioner says it's incumbent on you to understand the trust deed. Compare it to some of the other deeds in the marketplace. Ours is strong, strategic, certain, has been written by experts who have been in the industry for 20 years. People such as myself who only consult to other advisors, accountants and also lawyers. Many lawyers use our deed, so obviously it's got the strength of time. Anyways, Grant Abbott, make sure you have a look at the deed, have a really good strong deed for those who on a NowInfinity trust deed, you've really got the strength and the position in time. It's Grant Abbott signing off.